So today's been a big day for all of the crypto tickers. So I don't care about crypto at all. I don't invest in crypto or trade crypto or anything like that, but I've been asked to just take a look at it because I don't care. So I guess that's a good reason for me to look at it, because when you have an unbiased person looking at it, you can get an honest analysis, and I'm not trying to pump it and I'm not trying to dump it. So I don't even have a crypto account because here in Canada, you need to open it at a special broker, and I don't have any of that set up. So although it has in the past behaved so much different than the stocks, lately I've been charting it, and I've been charting various tickers, and ever since big money got in there, it seems to act a lot like big money. So I actually think it is really worthy of people who know technical analysis on stocks to be charting these tickers now, because basically the same rules are applying. Okay, so looking at BTCUSD, you can see that I had been charting this falling wedge here, and we broke off this SMA 100, and now we have our breakout. But I'm just going to basically turn off these EMAs for a second so we can look at this pattern. But this is actually looking like a cup and handle. So the cup doesn't have to have completely equal sides to the right or the left, and the left side of the cup. Ideally you would, but we don't here. But it's still looking like a cup and handle breakout. So the reason why we're going to say this is a cup and handle breakout is because that we can measure how far this distance is going to go. So to measure the distance of the breakout, what we do is we go to the bottom. I'm just going to draw a line here to measure it. I tried with the percentage tools and I was getting some really wonky numbers. So we draw a line. Actually here, I'm going to just get a line from the bottom of the cup to the top of the right side of the cup, which I have this marked here, this yellow line. Then we're going to take this line, which is our distance, and this is going to go, we're going to put the bottom of this line to our buy level, which was right here. And then that is the approximate measurement of this, how far this cup and handle breakout should go. So right around 77,000 area. So that doesn't mean that we're going to completely just go straight up there. We should have some retracement, and I'm going to go back a little bit here into the Bitcoin chart and measure what our retracements are going to be like. What I want to do here is measure the retracements that we've had on the way up. So we're going to measure this as one big move down to here and see our retracements. So we pull back to the 61 fibs level, or 0.61 fibs level on that first big move. Then we just kept going after that. Then we have another move here. Off this move, move this over because I'm measuring this pullback just below the 6-1. So we pulled back to the 50% pullback between the 50 and the 61% area. Then we launched again. Then we had complete all-time high, and then we had major pullback. So now let's measure off of the whole big thing what our pullback was when all the fear was in and everyone said Bitcoin was crashing. We didn't even pull back to that 382 level. So Bitcoin generally does not pull back past that 382 level. It's between the 6-1 and the 3.8 level. That's where we're looking for our pullback. So basically we need to see when we're going to stop before we have pullback. And we're not going to know when we're going to stop unless we hit some resistance. And the only resistance we have left is going to be the all-time high. And then before that, we've got this double top, which is where we're at right now. So, nope, we already got through that double top. Very slightly. We very slightly made it through. So we haven't really cleared it. We need to clear it and have follow through, because we can slightly make it through and then retrace for days. So that's the level we're watching right now to see if we are going to continue through that level and on to the all-time high. And if we do start retracing, then we can measure with our fibs tool and look at a 61% retracement level to see where we're going to pull back to. And I'll check back in a couple days and see where we're at. And then if we have continued onwards, then I won't measure pullback, but I will pull up possible fibs levels that we can watch when we're in blue sky breakout, because that's what's coming next. If we hit this all-time high and we get through it, then we're in blue sky breakout. So congrats to all the bulls that bought down here when all the fear was in. So in addition to watching these two levels, which now it's a little bit later, it looks like we are rejecting from that first level, but if we do happen to get through this level this weekend, and we get through the blue sky breakout, the first thing that we should be looking at would be 65,000, just the psychological round number of 65,000. And then after that, we would go to round numbers if we happen to get through that 65,000. And one last thing I want to say about this chart, I'm going to turn off some of these EMAs. I'm just going to leave the shorter term ones. I'm going to turn off the longer term ones. Okay, so we have EMA 12 and 26. And if you take a look at this daily time frame, you can see that we are always close to that EMA 12. So we're either hovering right underneath it or we're right above it. We bounce off of it. We have big moves off of it, but we always come back to it. Then we go underneath it, and then we go underneath it, and then we get through it. So right now, we're pretty high off of that EMA 12. So if I were holding anything here, I would definitely be taking profit very, very soon, because it is just pretty much a given that we're going to come back to that EMA 12 and touch that EMA 12 at some point soon. So if you are holding Bitcoin, just keep an eye on the daily time frame on that EMA 12. But that would only be if you are trading Bitcoin. If you're an investor and you want to hold it all the way to the end of that cup and handle breakout, which likely is going to go to around that 75,000 area that we tracked later on, then there would be no worries about holding through some consolidation. But if you're a trader and you want to take some profit and look to get back in, then you can keep your eye on that EMA 12. So that's it for Bitcoin. I'm going to do a separate video on all the other cryptocurrency tickers that I have been sent. So congratulations again to all the bulls, and I'll see you in the next one.